It's time for JSU Today, a program featuring some of the exciting people, places, and events at Jacksonville State University. With your host, Mike Hathcock.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to JSU Today, a weekly program about Jacksonville State University. At every home football game, thousands of fans show up at JSU Stadium to see the JSU Marching Southerners. This year, the band has a record number of members, with some 450 taking the field at halftime. Today, you will see the Southerners 2015 show. Also, you will see something that has become a JSU tradition. In sports, Mike Parrish will talk to head coach John Gross. The Gamecocks are 4-1 after defeating Mississippi Valley State on Saturday, 49-7. The Gamecocks again this week are ranked number 1 in the Stats FCS poll, and they are open this week. It's all coming up next on this week's edition of JSU Today.
Education as we know it is becoming obsolete. The world keeps changing, but the way we teach our children barely has. And there is no one right solution to change that. Instead, it's going to take a lot of bright minds working together. At JSU, our goal is simple: shape the next generation of teachers and change education through how we educate. So if a career in education is in your future, well, then there's no question where you're going.
Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Back in Jacksonville, JSU up 35-7 over Mississippi Valley State, and time now for the JSU Marching Southerners.
I love Jack State because it's, to me, just the right size.
We have wonderful people here, and it's all about people.
When they walk across that stage, I'm not only proud for them, but I'm also kind of patting myself on the back that this person got across the stage to get a degree, and we worked together to make that happen.
After you get to know people, you can start connecting dots, and it's amazing what you can get done with a foundation right here at Jacksonville State University.
I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Before the break, you saw the Marching Southerners halftime show from last Saturday. After every home game, the football team joins the band singing "I'll Fly Away." And on Saturday, some of the football players had a little extra spring in their step. Mike Parrish is coming up next with this week's sports segment.
I love Jack State because it's, to me, just the right size.
We have wonderful people here, and it's all about people.
When they walk across that stage, I'm not only proud for them, but I'm also kind of patting myself on the back that this person got across the stage to get a degree, and we worked together to make that happen.
After you get to know people, you can start connecting dots, and it's amazing what you can get done with a foundation right here at Jacksonville State University.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to JSU Today. Second home game of the season here last Saturday at Burgess Snowfield was not a pretty day. For football, it was a messy day, but the Gamecocks made it a pretty one with an easy 49-7 victory over Mississippi Valley State. Had a chance to catch up with head coach John Gross and a recap of the day's activities. Gamecocks are now 4-1 and heading into the open date following a 49-7 triumph here at home over the Delta Devils of Mississippi Valley State. Almost 500 yards again in total offense. Defensively, you limit them to 1 touchdown. Let's see, you score the first 2 possessions, they cut it in half, then you break it wide openly, 35-7 at the half, score the first possession of the third quarter. I know you're going to find something, but from my standpoint, it looked like you control the game, and it was a very good day for you.
It was. I mean, just a messy day, so you have to be careful with turnovers. They turned over 4 times. The only thing negative, I think, we cost ourselves some possessions first half, not, turn the ball over. Threw an interception, we laid the ball on the ground. We gave up the 4th and whatever it was, right. 23 for a touchdown for them. And then
their only touchdown.
Yeah, their only touchdown. We roughed the punters. If you had the 3 drives back where we turn the ball over and, we were roughed the punter, which I don't know if we roughed him or not. That was a questionable deal. I think we got a piece of that ball, and I'm not sure we touched the punter, So, it would have been a little bit better first half, but overall our guys took care of business, and especially as many guys as we held. We held, 12 plus guys for the game. They did really good.
It was a pretty good team that was on the sideline in warm-up suits today.
It really was. So we and I thought it was smart. Non-conference game. They had not won a game, so we felt comfortable in holding the guys. It worries you as the coach going into the game, holding as many guys, because we had. Half of that dozen could have played. I mean, if it had been a conference game, they would have probably played in it. So, we rolled the dice and kind of, held them to give them 2 weeks so we'd be full strength to going into the Tech game, and it kind of all worked out.
Well, they were winless, as you mentioned, coming in, an opponent that obviously you were outmanning today. But still, you came out and you took care of business, and that goes back, I think, to what this team is made of, doesn't it, to come out here and to do that?
It really is. Our guys, our coaches were making comments about it, just, how we were this morning in walkthroughs, how we were in warm-ups. I mean, it's just game 5, which is hard to believe we're game 5, but we didn't treat it no differently than we did game 1, So I think that's what you're dealing with. A mature football team is very focused, and came out and took care of business. So, that's what you wanted to see today. You didn't want to have a letdown and, slop around, and I didn't feel like we did it. We played hard, we played fast, physical, the way we always play. So it was good.
All right, we talk about offense all the time. I want Coach Hall and Coach Blackwell going to love this. 18 tackles for losses today sets a school record that was originally set in 2007.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's a good statistic.
And I think everybody played a part in that.
It was, and we got off the field 13 times. They were 1 for 14, converting third down. So that's tremendous, and we created 4 turnovers. So that was a great thing defensively. And I thought we played well. And and we talk about that dozen we held. The majority of those guys were on defense. I mean, we held very few guys, if any, on offense that we held. So all the guys we were holding, that dozen came from our 2 deep on defense. Really. So it's one of them things. They played good, and we had some guys step up and make some plays.
4 picks today, and now that's 10 for the year in just 5 games. There's some seasons it seems like you can't buy an interception, from a defense. Is there anything different in drills or anything that Coach Hall and Coach Kilgore are doing at the back end of the defense?
Not really. And DBs I give them a hard time. Us reading their DB, they can't catch it, but they've been catching it lately.
Junior made a nice play on one.
Good boy, he did, didn't he? And it could have gotten the end zone, but they are doing a good job. And like I said, it's just we're getting pressure on quarterbacks, and they're making some not so good throws, and we're able to catch a ball and get some return yardage out of it. So hopefully we'll be able to continue to do that.
Their average rush today, 1.7 yards, and they only totaled 68 yards rushing. So again, you hold an opponent under 100 yards.
That was good. Just good job all the way around defensively. I was really proud of those guys, and it was
a
good
bunch
to get
of young guys out there.
It was just so good to get to play everybody, and sitting there in the fourth quarter and you get to play some guys that their games really on Tuesday most of the time, and you get to play some scout team guys. It's good to see all those fresh faces out there and getting to play and have fun.
Well, you mentioned the scout team guys, and you say that their game's on Tuesday. I mean, during the week, that's their game when they're making plays against the number 1, number 2 guys, and whether it's an interception or they force a fumble or something like that. They're hooting and hollering and carrying on, but it's for you and the coaches. It's great to get them out there.
It's really special to see those guys get to play. I was proud of that, and they know they're a big part of what we do. And that that's the value of our football team. That's the reason we're as good as we are, because our scout team guys go to work every day and they get the job done. So anytime that you can get them in the game, let them play, boy, it's a pleasure to be able to do this. It's fun to watch them play in the fourth quarter, and that's what we said at halftime. Guys, look, go out there, set the tempo the first 5 minutes of this third quarter, and take care of business. And we were able to do that, punch a couple of touchdowns in, got off field 3 and outs, and because these guys deserve to play.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve to play the rest of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, and we was able to empty the bench, get everybody in, and we could have suited you up today. So, I mean, it was, I don't know how many plays we'd have got out of you, but it was fun to see a guy like Bo Billups get his first career touchdown. And, Bo Billups he's been around here and been a big part of what we've done the last 3 years, and he's took his pounding on as a scout team running back, and see him get into the end zone, it just swells your heart up to see that. And another guy like JoJo Wynn, he's already gotten scout team player of the week twice already this year, so he goes in and gives our defense a great look. So it just makes you feel good when you see those guys be successful in the game, get to play.
Jacksonville State running back, 5th-year senior Josh Clemens, transfer from the University of Kentucky. He had a big day, a career-high 98 yards in a Gamecock uniform on 13 carries. Had a chance to talk with Josh about his performance and find out a few other details about Mr. Clemens. Let's go back. You're a little bit different. Guy transfers in from Kentucky. Did Jacksonville State recruit you coming out of high school? Did you have any kind of attachment or anything to Jacksonville State that led you here?
No, sir. My head coach went to Jacksonville State, Amos McCrary. But other than that, coming out of high school, I never had an offer from Jacksonville State.
And you had all kinds of injuries at Kentucky, right?
Yes, sir.
Slowed you down there.
Yes, sir.
Were you looking to go somewhere where you might get a little bit more playing time?
Yeah, that was the goal, and move a little bit closer to home because of some family things that happened. So.
Well, you're from Fayetteville, Georgia. What, 2 hours or so, I guess?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Leaving Kentucky, were there some other options for you?
There was, but there were a lot smaller schools like D2. But there was a D1 AA somewhere in Arkansas, but that would defeat the whole purpose. Right. Yes, sir.
And you graduated from Kentucky, correct?
Yes, sir.
What's your degree in?
Agricultural economics and a minor in business.
Agricultural economics. Yeah. What? I'm sorry, I don't know. What is that?
It's just like food and like animals and stuff like that. The business side of that, and it's a little different. I know. I mean, that's like one of the things that Kentucky is known for. So I just took a stab at it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was different, very different. I was like the only. I don't want to say it on camera, but the only black kid in the classes, and everybody else had their cowboy boots on and stuff. But they were definitely cool and helped me learn a little bit different things. So,
now Fayetteville, right outside of Atlanta. Did you grow up on a farm or do any kind of?
I was in the country. I ain't gonna lie, like outside running with no shoes on, stuff like that. But no kind of farms or anything like that.
No horses, cows.
But I just figured there's always gonna be food, so I think there'll always be jobs. So. That's why.
And a minor in business, you said.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that works for you. Mm-hmm. And you're in grad school here at Jacksonville State. All right, you spent 4 years at Kentucky. You come here. Was it tough coming in as a new guy, not knowing anyone?
It was. I felt like I was a freshman all over again, even though I graduated. But I just had to be patient. And when you're out there on the field and you do certain things and people start talking to you, you start meeting friends pretty fast.
There's two other guys out there, Tremaine Pope and Miles Jones and
Mm-hmm.
you. Do you guys talk to each other, practice during the week, or then game day here when Pope's been out there a few times, and then Miles has been into the game? Are you guys talking about the defense and things that are going on?
Oh, for sure. We're always trying to help each other get better. I mean, it's a team effort, and we have guys that are really nice, so we get along pretty well on and off the field.
What about the O-line? Do you talk to those guys?
Oh, yeah, you have to, because, I mean, they're up there in front of you making the hole, so I always try to be nice to them. But they're really cool guys off the field, too. And this is like one of the first places that I've ever actually hung out with my linemen outside of football. They're really cool guys.
All right, we got options at running back. You got Barnes and Gonzalez and Will Goffigan and Marquise Merrill and Screws. Put yourself in Eli's shoes. How do you keep everybody happy with just one ball out there?
You just run the play. And if they ask you why you ain't doing this, the coach told me to do that. So, I mean, it's cool to have all those options to open up the run when you have those guys making plays on the outside. So it's a really good team effort, and I like the position we're in.
You had a 49-yard run, a huge run in the fourth quarter at the Chattanooga game. As a new guy coming in, and in a game, a very important game in that season opener, two nationally ranked teams, I guess you had a good feeling after that game that night?
Oh, for sure. I was wishing that I could have got out and scored, but, I mean, I was happy to make a play, and that drive led to a touchdown, so hopefully I did my job.
A guy like Bo Billups gets his first career touchdown today. Everybody's got to feel good for him to come in and be able to get that touchdown.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Those guys are at practice working hard just like we are, and it's good to see that they got a chance to play today.
All right, a week off. Any plans now in the open date for you?
Just rehab and watch the film and probably look forward a little bit to the next opponent. So, but at the end of the week we got a little off time, so I might take a trip home and watch my dad coach our high school football team.
Oh, Whitewater High School.
Yes, sir.
You said do a little rehab. You've been a little banged up, haven't you?
A little bit. I mean, it's nothing serious that'll hold me out, but it's always good to stay on top of your body, even if you don't feel like you're hurt, just a little maintenance work.
I mentioned earlier 13 carries, 98 yards. Didn't you tell them leaving it out there for one more carry so you could get 100 possibly in this one?
Yeah, God kind of rolled me up at the end of the game, so I came out and I wasn't risking it, but if they would have asked me to go back out there, I would have. So,
from a mental standpoint, was it a little tougher to get ready for this when they were 0-4 coming in and wasn't like Chattanooga or Auburn or playing a league game?
In my opinion, I was just watching the team on film and seeing the things that I can do to contribute to the team. I've kind of tried to take a new approach to the game, being here at Jacksonville State, just focusing on this one team and not even looking in depth at the players and who they are, just going out there, focus on the assignment and execute it.
Mike Hathcock will wrap up this week's JSU Today right after these messages.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Treat your family to Van Gogurt, packed with live and active culture to boost kids' math and reading skills.
It's sure to satisfy your hunger for inspiration.
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. At highway speeds, that's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop the texts, stop the wrecks.
I hope you have enjoyed today's show, and if you would like to have more information about Jacksonville State University, check out our website at jsu.edu. I'm Mike Hathcock.
Thank you for watching JSU Today. Join us next time to learn more about Jacksonville State University, your 4-year college in Northeast Alabama.